at the edge of the sky, where clouds drift like great silent ships, a raindrop is born. It begins as a shimmer of vapor, a speck too small to see, lifted upward by the breath of the wind. Invisible, weightless, it floats among countless others, carried higher and higher into the cool layers of the air. The sky is vast here, quiet and pale. The sun filters through thin veils of cloud, and the tiny droplet gathers with others, merging, swelling, becoming heavier. What was once unseen becomes a bead of water, trembling, suspended in the womb of the sky. This is the first moment of the raindrop's life. It does not hurry. It waits, patient, until the cloud that holds it grows dark with fullness, until the weight of thousands gathers, until the balance tips and the descent begins. And then, at last, the raindrop falls. It leaves the sky in silence, tumbling gently through layers of wind. Its surface trembles, catching glimmers of light. Around it, countless siblings fall as well, each on their own path, weaving together a vast invisible curtain. Some scatter as mist, some gather into streams, some vanish into the air before they ever reach the ground. But this raindrop continues, steady, downward, downward, downward. The world rushes up to meet it. Branches stretch like arms, leaves shiver in the breeze. For a moment, the raindrop rests on a trembling leaf, glistening in the dim light. It balances there, round and clear, reflecting the forest upside down within its tiny body. But the weight of the sky still pulls, and soon it slips, sliding along the green surface until it falls once more. This time it meets the soil. The earth embraces it, soft and dark, and the raindrop seeps inward, joining roots that twist like hidden rivers. It travels downward, drawn by gravity, drawn by thirsting roots, until it joins a thin underground stream. Here it flows unseen, trickling through stone, cool and quiet. It journeys with others, merging into larger veins, until at last it rises again, bubbling from the ground into a spring. The raindrop is no longer alone. It is carried into a brook, tumbling over smooth stones, swirling in eddies of foam. The sound of water fills the air, laughter, song, endless motion. The raindrop flows swiftly now, past mossy banks, beneath bending branches, chasing light that flickers through the canopy. Day by day, the brook grows wider. The raindrop drifts into a river, rolling in deep currents. Here the pace slows, the waters broad and strong, carrying it past villages, fields, and forests. Fish dart beside it, reeds sway at the edges, and the sun lays rippling patterns across its surface. Sometimes the river is calm, reflecting the sky like a mirror. Sometimes it rushes, foaming and fierce, leaping over rocks in a wild dance. But through calm and storm alike, the raindrop moves steadily forward, always onward. In time, the river surrenders itself to the sea. The raindrop feels the vastness open before it, an endless expanse stretching beyond sight, shifting in tides, glowing beneath the moon. Here it drifts among waves, rocking gently, rising and falling with the breath of the ocean. The sea is never still. Currents weave like great unseen hands, carrying the raindrop far from where it began. It may wander through sunlit shallows, where coral glows and fish weave in bright patterns. Or it may sink into the deep, where darkness folds around it and strange glowing creatures drift in silence. But always, the raindrop belongs. It is part of something vast, unbroken, eternal. Time passes. The sun warms the ocean's surface, and slowly, gently, the raindrop begins to lift again. It softens, thins, becomes invisible once more, rising as vapor into the air. Upward it goes, higher and higher, joining clouds once again. Its journey is a circle, without beginning or end. From sky to earth, from river to sea, from sea back to sky, the raindrop drifts through endless forms, changing yet always the same. And so it continues. It may fall upon a mountain peak, freezing into snow that sleeps for years before melting. It may land upon a desert stone, vanishing into heat before it touches the sand. It may find its way into the roots of a tree, drawn upward into branches, becoming part of a leaf that shivers in the wind. Or it may be lifted into the clouds once more, waiting, patient, until the balance tips again. Every path is different, yet every path belongs. The life of a raindrop is not a single story, but 1,000 stories woven together. Stories of falling, of flowing, of waiting, of rising again. And in each, there is beauty. The shimmer of light upon its surface, the sound of rivers rushing, the silence of snow, the vastness of the sea. Perhaps you, too, are like the raindrop, carried by unseen currents, moving from one form of life to another, rising and falling, waiting and flowing. There is no hurry, no need to grasp. Each stage is enough, complete in itself, part of a greater rhythm. So as the night deepens, let the story of the raindrop guide you. Imagine yourself drifting downward through clouds, resting upon a leaf, slipping into soil, tumbling in rivers, floating in seas, rising again into the sky. A cycle without end, a circle without edge. The raindrop whispers, there is peace in change, there is rest in belonging, there is beauty in simply being carried. And now, as you close your eyes, may you feel yourself held within that same rhythm, rising and falling with the breath, flowing with the quiet tides of sleep. Like the raindrop, you are part of something vast, eternal, and gentle. Rest now, drift, and let the story continue, quietly, forever.